think it's Knuckles. It's either Knuckles or Tails. Can't remember from Sonic. But he's an echidna. He's meant to be in real life, and echidnas have like this giant fucking like tree stump penis, but it's got 4 heads on it.
And we're here. We're live. 5 alive.
5 alive.
You know, like that drink.
No, I get it.
Because you can't say live at 5 because that's actually copyrighted.
What?
So, what have you been up to? Actually, you know what? Scrap that. Let's do the intro. Fuck what you're doing. I need to do an intro. Hello, I'm Ben. Welcome to Quarterlife Quandary podcast. We'll be chatting about life, relationships, events, experiences, and anything in between. Join with Katie and Aaron in this, our Quarterlife Quandary. I don't know.
That is literally the most enthusiastically you've ever done.
Yeah,
Hello.
just cut that, and we'll use it on all the rest of them.
Yeah. That'll make my life easier.
I mean, that is totally cool with me. So, how's everybody been this week? I know the podcast is a little bit late, but hopefully we're all still alive.
Barely.
Why did we miss it on Tuesday, Aaron?
Yeah.
Actually,
How come?
hold on. Why did we miss it? I can't even remember. We missed it Sunday now.
I do not remember.
Why did we miss it yesterday?
Aaron was at work.
Aaron is a very busy boy.
I'm
Busy
extremely
boy.
busy.
You do things.
I have a life. A lot of people seem to forget that I do breathe, and sometimes
I try to forget.
wow. Reading the room there.
What business do you have having a life in a pandemic, might I ask?
I've had quite an action-packed kind of week, to be honest with you, but do you know what? I'm not going to let you know about it.
Well, that
Wow, rude.
very kind of you to share, Aaron.
No?
Yeah, great chat. So that's been Quarterlife Quandary.
So what's been on your mind this week?
Kick it off again, as I always do, week after week. And we obviously have always been actively avoiding saying about what's been going on in the world, in the real world. But
No, we haven't.
We literally haven't. It's literally the whole podcast is talking about what the fuck is going on.
I mean, with the whole corona pandemic, okay.
We have
Jeez.
mentioned.
We've talked about that. Frequently.
I know we have. And I know we've
Have you
also
been
tried
here for any of the recordings?
Oh, for God damn it.
I literally think you have short-term memory loss.
Potentially. Why am I here? Who am I talking to?
We're the voices in your head.
Which one's good and which one's bad?
I mean, they're both equally as bad. It just whichever one is less damaging to my overall social standing, I suppose.
You don't have one of those.
Okay, then. In that case, I've already made too many bad decisions.
I feel like we're the physical and mental devil rather than there being an angel.
Oh yeah, it's just whichever one of us is louder at the time gets through.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. That's the way I also like to live my life. The news I have to share, got my vaccine.
Congratulations.
I want mine so bad. I'm jealous.
How did you feel afterwards?
I had it Monday evening. It killed me Tuesday. I wasn't too bad Monday evening. Just a bit of an achy arm. But Tuesday I was completely written off. But by Wednesday I was completely back to normal.
That's good news.
I'm horrendously jealous. I want to be vaccinated immediately.
See, I don't know why everyone's in a rush.
I don't even know why I'm in a rush, to tell the truth.
It's not going to get you out the door or doing anything quicker, at least within the next couple of months.
I'm just envious of everyone all the time.
It's the step of we're, getting prepared, and at least we're, ready to go
Abroad.
Well, yeah, yeah.
It's important to have it, but I really don't like the measures that they're talking about with vaccine passports and you know.
Yeah,
There might be there might be an element of that they're sort of saying this is something bad that's going to happen. So when the slightly lesser evil happens, people are like, well, at least it's not that bad thing they said might happen.
the bad thing. We don't talk about the bad thing, Katie. Okay, remember.
Well, they do that. You do it in everything, don't you? That's why you barter high, and then you come down to the price you want to
Exactly. It feels like restriction haggling,
pay.
if you want to call it that.
But then it still doesn't feel right.
No, I don't think vaccine passports are going to be. I think, especially when it comes down to pubs and not being able to go into a pub if you aren't vaccinated, I think there's no way that it can't be at the landlord landlady's discretion.
Hmm.
They,
The
I don't think they can enforce that.
the other side is what are you going to show? Your little vaccine card? I could fucking print one out on my computer, and then look, I've got a vaccine card.
We all have it. We all have a mutual friend that just didn't get given one, so that can't be how it's done.
The same as anything. You'll look online in the next 2 weeks, and you'll be able to buy a vaccine passport for £400.
You can buy Mackey's coffee cards with like the stickers. You can just buy like a book of the coffee stickers for like £3.
You've been able to do that for years.
I'm really late to that buy.
I know people that have been doing it for years.
I'm super late to that pie. I got really excited about it and everything. I was like, free terrible coffee. Yes, amazing.
The thing
Well
is
on that.
how often do you? It's not like if you walk past them. Do you actually go near a McDonald's in the morning?
Yeah.
You do.
Not in the morning, but I drink coffee at midnight like a lunatic often. So it helps me sleep.
Okay, that's how it works.
But caffeine doesn't affect me anymore like that. I'd have to.
That's
That's why I do cocaine now instead. The morning cocaine.
This is why I drink coffee before bed, because it doesn't wake me up. So it's just a nice stomach warming treat for bed.
I mean,
I could easily down a can of Monster and go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. Same here.
Caffeine addiction's at an all-time high.
I never used to appreciate a morning cup of coffee until I started my current job. And sometimes, normally by about Wednesday, I will feel like death in the morning. So it's the only time that I will have a coffee in the morning, and that is literally it. I will not drink it in the day. Will not drink it when I get home. Nothing. Only when I get to work.
But do you then not have the terrible situation of the first coffee and first cigarette of the day?
I mean, that is the winning combo, and that is the way everybody should live their life.
Does it not have a certain potency in the morning?
It's literally the European breakfast.
Yeah, but it gets things moving.
Are
No,
you trying to say that the coffee and the cigarette give me morning wood? Is that what you're implying there, Katie?
No,
Oh,
not even a
oh,
little bit.
I
does it
mean,
move your
Aaron?
bowels, you
Yeah,
clown?
that one.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, you could have been a bit more clearer with that, couldn't you? You know,
If
so
I feel like it's a common effect that happens often, I think you should have got it.
I'm not going to continue where I was also going to go with that conversation.
I'm imagining exactly where you wanted to go with that, and I was also going to ask how you thought that would actually work.
This coffee's gone straight to my dick.
So how would that work, Aaron? I'm very interested in your knowledge of a woman's
Wait, what?
body.
Excuse me. I thought the question was directly aimed at me, Ben. Okay, so
I was clearly posing it in a way that it was relatable content, therefore implying that I had morning wood.
Yes.
ah well, in the 21st century, I would not like to what's the
Go on.
word? Assume
I
that.
cannot wait to see you talk yourself out of this box. I cannot wait.
Woo! It's getting a bit loud in here, guys. I don't know whether we should, maybe just swiftly just carry on with the rest of the podcast.
I don't think I can carry on past my morning wood. It's just so aggressive.
What you're trying to say, Aaron, is everyone's entitled to their own morning wood.
I mean, yes.
Stunning and brave.
Look, some people might find that it's a party in the front, and some people might find there's a party in the back.
Where? What back?
Again, did you even go to high school?
What? In relation to morning wood, I don't think there is a back.
I'm talking about, because you said about the bowel movements. That's what I'm talking about.
I was still that. Oh, morning wood must be inconvenient.
No.
It's inconvenient when my window is quite low in my bedroom, and it's literally at the perfect height of my groin.
Does it not make morning, the first wee of the morning, a bit angular?
Have you ever seen Me, Myself, and Irene?
Yes.
That is what actually happens.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a guess wherever it starts going. Yeah, you aim down and it might go right, it might go up, it might go left, you just don't know.
Oh god. And I thought we were hard done by not being able to like aim when we pee in public, like when camping or something.
Yeah, you seem to think it's all about you, don't you, Katie?
Jesus Christ. How did we get into piss politics? This started at like a pretty average place, yet somehow it's degenerated. Not sure how.
That's why you're my co-host, because I know that both of you are just going to bring it down.
Oh yeah, for sure. We went from COVID politics to literal piss politics. Anyone got anything that's not bowel movements and piss to talk about?
I mean, why change?
Yeah, it's
Why change what works?
It's literally my life.
Pretty solid topic at the moment.
I was thinking about past stuff today. I was thinking about what I was doing 10 years ago.
Ew, why?
Because I work on my own a lot, and then I'm left with, because when you work on a site, they don't let you have like MP3 players most of the time. So you just sat with your thoughts for 8 hours a day.
That's depressing.
It can be.
Yeah.
Your mind just wanders sometimes. And today I was thinking about what was going on 10 years ago.
What was going on 10 years ago personally for you?
I went to Amsterdam.
I somehow still haven't been to Amsterdam.
It was also my first Reading festival as well.
Ah. Hopefully this year will be your next Reading festival.
I found out that my ex was pregnant with my first son.
A big moment.
Trying to think what else.
A big and terrifying moment.
I was working on the Olympic Stadium.
Oh.
So yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Oh shit! Yeah. 2012 was a thing. Shit.
The Olympic site, I should say, not the stadium. I was working on the broadcast centre.
I had to stop and really think hard for a second about how long ago 2012 was, and then realise it's 2021.
What was you doing 10 years ago?
Me? What time is it?
What time is it?
What time is it?
We don't need it down to the minute. We're just talking general year.
How old am I?
I don't fucking know.
27.
27. Thank you. I would have been in college still.
Yeah.
Working out how to waste my life. Settled on nursing. And then fucked that up too. I wasn't doing a lot. I was a boring teenager. I didn't have that many friends. I'd met Vinny and Liam, who I'm name dropping because I don't give a shit about them.
I was literally about to say, should I flag this section? But
nah, no. Don't flag it. I love them.
Fuck.
There's no surnames.
No, that's fine.
God. College was the weirdest time because I was like this woefully unpopular kid in school. And when I say unpopular, I don't mean just like basic unpopular. Like I got set on fire kind of unpopular for reading a book. And then I went to college. It was like, no one hates me here. why? I'm suspicious. I'm immediately suspicious of everything that's going on. And it was literally the 6-week holidays. It went from I have literally been doused in lighter fluid and set on fire for fun to just sitting in the canteen talking about politics.
Literally everyone I know now all leads back to one person. One night I went to the student union gig thing with this girl I liked in high school, and that night she totally binned me off. She was literally like, I don't like you,
Ooh.
don't talk to me, I don't even
Ouch.
want to see you. And I then bumped
Ooh.
into it's people we know, generally.
Mutual friends
Mutual friends.
or acquaintances or
That's the one. Mutual friends. I bumped into 2 mutual friends, and literally from that, they were like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna go hang down in the town centre on a Saturday morning." And I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "You should come." And then that's literally how I know everyone from this point. Everyone we mutually know is from that point.
Genuinely, was it the same sort of hanging out situation in town that it used to be when we were kids, like the 2 places with their own like respective nicknames?
Circles and
The circles and squares.
yeah,
Yeah, same, literally. From the ages of 14, 15, I know so many people from there, and it just snowballed in like a spider graph kind of way of like this person knows this person, and the people I know now are the people I met through like the 3rd generation of meeting friends of
I
friends
know
from
it's
squares and
mad, isn't
circles.
it?
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I
Yep.
think I talked to anyone I went to high school with.
I speak to one person, but no one liked her either. So
So, Aaron, back to the original question. What was you doing 10 years ago?
10 years ago. So I am 29. So I'd have been 19.
Don't
and
forget.
Shut up. Oh yeah, yeah. 29 and a half. Yeah, the half is important, as the ladies know.
no, wait, we are not glossing over that. We are going back to that. Explain yourself.
It was an innuendo, Katie. Okay,
Just
that
sounded
was it.
creepy and weird.
All right. Okay, you don't. We can just gloss over
It's
things.
it,
You don't have to make things
it's
things. Okay.
it's marinated now. We can move on as you were.
Fuck you. Okay. Right. 10 years ago, I'd have been 19 and a half. I would have probably just finished my training doing security equipment, stuff like that. So I think I got bored of it. I think roughly around when I was 19, I went to work in Game Station when that was still a thing.
Huh.
I was giving the local crackheads 50p for their PS2 games when they were coming in and stuff like that. And then I was finishing my shift, going straight to the pub, which was 5 minutes down the road, carrying on drinking throughout the night.
Are you sure it wasn't you that was the crackhead?
Went back to Game Station the next day, and I'm sure I'd done that for probably about 3 or 4 days a week straight. Probably sums up my 10 years ago.
There's no way I could do that now.
Oh god,
No,
no.
100%. Even thinking about even just one all-nighter, it just makes me tired.
I used to do that with uni. I used to because when I was doing my assignments at uni, I couldn't focus. I could only focus on like one thing at a time when I was drunk. So like if I was drunk, I had a very very one track mind. And if I had a deadline in like a couple of days, the only way I'd be able to like laser focus in on it and not get distracted by everything else around me was just to be shit faced. So I would
Mhm,
go out on a Friday night or whatever, stay out till like dick o'clock, and then go into the 24-hour university library and just like whack out this assignment and get like a B or something. It's
mhm,
the only way I got through uni.
When I was doing electrical science in college, it used to be a Wednesday in the day,
Mm.
and the Tuesday was at the local nightclub was a free bar for like
Mm.
£12. So, and I was working nights, so they let me have the Tuesday off. So I would come home Monday morning. Oh, so it'd be Tuesday morning. I'd come home from work. Then I'd go ice skating with someone, and I was getting pretty good at it. And then we'd go Botherden Market and get whatever, and then we'd stay out all day smoking weed. And then I'd go to this free bar all night, and probably get about 2 hours sleep, and then rock into college, and then most likely be doing an exam. So I would do 3 days on 2 hours sleep.
Jesus.
And then the Wednesday night, I'd go back to work.
Oh, those Tuesdays though, they were
Sticky.
a solid time.
They were fun
They had
times.
quite the evolution throughout the years. They went from like free bar to legally not being able to give away free alcohol and having to charge a penny per drink, to the dying days of that night, charge an extra 50p for spirits on top of the free drink. There was one point where it was like £12 entry, 10 free drinks or something, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, got the tokens.
Mm,
Yeah, but then you used to just take one token home and photocopy it.
literally, like all the time. Or like on a night where you'd had like a mad amount of pre-drinks, you'd go down and be like, I don't need these tokens. Like, what? I'm just going to save these for next week. And then do the same thing and then wind up at the end of the month with like 40 tokens.
Do the horrible thing of minesweeping. Have you heard of that?
Oh, God. I wish I could have done that.
What's minesweeping?
So you know when like you would go out for a fag, you couldn't take your drink outside.
Mm,
So as I'd come in from having a fag, I'd just pick up a random drink,
okay.
and then it'd be a bit of a hit and miss about what you had.
Hmm.
I've definitely picked up a drink before it's been spiked. Because
Mm.
See, now,
there's been a few nights where I've been off my fucking tits and I've not had that much to drink.
I could never do that due to the fear of dying or worse. Tempted, though.
I didn't give a fuck, and that was probably the problem.
Because I remember when they used to do the cocktail jugs when that nightclub relocated and changed names, but they still kept the same nights out. And they done the two cocktail jugs before. Was it before 10 o'clock or before 11 o'clock?
For 11.
Oh, God, I can't remember.
Yeah, for £5.
Yeah.
So everybody used to go to the park. The park was a pub. Have a few drinks down there. Run down to this nightclub. Get your entry stamp because it was free before. Was it midnight?
11. I thought it was 11.
Was it before
God
11?
knows.
Before
God knows. It's
Yeah,
been
cannot
so
remember.
long now.
Got our stamps or whatever, then you'd go back down to the park and carried on drinking because the drinks were too expensive. But also try and cocktail jug or two before you go because it was like two for £5. So it was like all happy days.
I believe there's a picture of me, you, and another mutual friend with about 8 of them cocktail jugs on the go.
Yes, I believe you have showed me that picture fairly recently. I've got quite a few pictures with other friends.
Other friends?
You have other friends that aren't us? What?
Other friends said cocktail jugs. Those cocktail jugs were awesome. But I do remember going out to the smoking area and coming back and just going, "Oh, my fucking cocktail jug's gone." Probably by yourself of your own admission. Or I would do exactly the same thing. I didn't know that was the name of it, minesweeping. I would just look for the jug that looked the most freshest and most full, and just go yoink.
I can't believe you've made it this far without knowing what minesweeping was.
Yeah, no.
Again, you could probably guess who, a mutual friend of ours. We used to go out to nights out in London, and we wouldn't have enough money to drink, and we would just do that all night.
Oh, I know exactly the mutual friend now.
Yeah, yeah.
And this would be like them super clubs that are open till like 8 in the morning, and it would just be absolutely savage.
Oh, the worst one of those. Not the worst, like the best, but Slime Lights or Voodoo Rock, whichever night, whichever it was Friday or Saturday. Ones that are open till like 6 a.m., 8 a.m. because it's the worst. Because you either have to leave at midnight to get the last train home, or you just have to like long it out until the first train home, and then do the walk of shame on the train.
Mm.
Fucking miss them, but Jesus
I
Christ.
don't get why it's called the Walk of Shame.
Well, Slime Lights is just a dirty goth club in like the best possible way, but everyone's wearing like tiny little, basically bikinis, like goth bikinis, and obviously didn't bring a change of clothes, so you're just sitting there with like commuters at 8 in the morning, like, don't look at me, don't look at me.
Well, why not? Fuck them.
Well, I mean, in spirit, yeah, that's exactly what's going through my head, but
What's Johnny from accounting going to say? He's not going to say fuck all. He's just going to look at you and say, "I wish I could do that."
there's a very fine line between envy and pity when it comes to that shit.
Mm.
There's been some horrible nights back on the train.
See, that's the curse of living sort of close to London. Because in theory, it's so easy to get back, but like one fuck up and you're stuck in London for the next hour and a half doing nothing.
I've made a massive fuck up when I last went, and I thought I would beat the train to, there's like a little northern station on the way back to where we live.
Mm-hmm.
I can beat the last train home via the tubes to that station and jump on the last train home. You can imagine my shock of seeing the last train pull away as I got to the platform.
Oh my god, no.
I'm now stuck in West Hampstead. stuck in West Hampstead. The tube lines are now shut. There's no trains running for another 3 hours. What am I going to do?
God.
Just sit in West Hampstead train station like a complete cunt.
And I bet like you can't even get a cheap taxi there because as much as you slipped up saying where it is, it's not actually that close to where we live.
It's nowhere close. It's nowhere close to anything.
The worst I've got is another train station that's arguably closer to London than it is to where we live. But it's actually far enough away that I'm going to say it Kentish Town. Normally that's my get the tube to there and get like the £8 train home.
I was literally walking around the whole area looking for a shop that was open. There was nothing open. I was like, I just want a drink. There was nothing.
Oh no, I hate London. I hate it with a passion. I don't like crowds. I mean, I don't dislike crowds, but there's something about London crowds that just gives me the ick.
Worked there because, again, I don't live there, but I've worked there long enough.
I have worked there.
Have you?
Yeah. When I first started, I probably won't say the name of where I first started working. When I first started working for a retail company and a sales company,
Oh, I know.
I did. Yeah. 2 different companies. I did little stints.
But it's a little stint when you've been in and out of there for over a decade now. You kind of get used to just plodding around like you know the place.
Yeah, but I do that, and I keep up the like London commuter facade, but I don't enjoy myself. And I'd go as far as to say I definitely am not enjoying myself. I don't know what it is about being in London. It's just everyone seems 10 times ruder.
Because everyone's got a place to go, and it's just like you said, it's an
And
absolute
I
mission.
get it. Like it's hustle and bustle, I get it, but at the same time, I just don't want to be a part of it. I could never live in London. Jesus, I could never live in London.
I love it. It reminds me of I was getting a train back from work, and there was about 6 of us, and we were all like in the train. We've obviously got tickets, and some like suit come on and was like, "Oh, I pay so much money for a ticket. I can never get a seat. All these bloody scruffy bastards." And he was looking right at me, taking up all the seats. And we just started laughing. Like, we all pay for a ticket, mate. They're just pretentious.
Yeah, even if they're not pretentious people, they just turn into like London gremlins.
I'm assuming it's the same in many cities, though.
What would be our town gremlins?
Crackheads.
Yeah, good point.
Absolute crackheads, yeah.
Crackheads and homeless people before you even get out of the train station.
Crackheads and homeless people that are notorious for not being homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then that's the same with most of London that I've been in. Worked in some iffy places in London.
I don't want to solo out Forest Gate, but Forest Gate.
Peckham.
Oh.
Wandsworth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Is this just a try not to react challenge? Like
Sutton.
Try not to be. Oh.
Mitcham. They're just all shitholes.
London is by far the worst capital city that I have had the misfortune of being in. Every time I go anywhere in Europe and visit the capital city, it's so much nicer and for no reason. Like, I don't know what they're doing differently to make it better, but it's cleaner, it's nicer, the public transport networks are way better. Everywhere just seems to do it better than London. I get it because our public transport network, like the tube, is old as fuck. I get that. But everywhere else is just, it's so much more reliable and so much cheaper to get around the capital.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem with London is you can call it's more of a metropolis. Is that the word? Because it's little places all clustered together. It's like they've just
so many
infilled.
boroughs.
Yeah, they've just infilled the spaces in between them to become a giant city. Because it's not really laid out like Paris, where it like kind of spirals out, or like Prague, where everything kind of leads to the center. It's just all, just a fucking mishmash.
Yeah.
It's unique, I'll give it that.
What other cities have you been to?
Well, Denmark, like Copenhagen. I know I prattle on about Denmark a lot, just in our general lives, not necessarily on the podcast, but it's coming. Don't worry.
Oh no. I mean, carry on.
You want to go to Denmark anyway, but it's just so much cleaner. Everything, like, I know that there are London airports that have like tube stations built in, but I think it's like Heathrow has done its shit. Metro is built directly into the main airport. Everything is clearly labelled. You know exactly where you're going, even though like Danish is an impossible language for an English person to just instantly recognise what it says. Like, basically, it sounds like a sneeze. Every word sounds like a sneeze in Danish. But you can still tell where you're going. Like, it's so much easier to navigate, and it is so cheap. And like, I think Switzerland as well. When you get off the plane at Switzerland, you get 80 minutes of free city travel
That sounds good.
just for flying in. Like, you get given a train ticket at the exit going, here's how you get into the city. It's free. It's on us. Thanks.
Ah,
What
Yeah.
about UK cities?
To be fair, in Switzerland, I wasn't even in the capital. I was in, God, I can't even remember where I was. I was by the Alps. Where was I?
Like Brighton's a city. Like it doesn't feel like a city to me.
Yeah, I was in Geneva. That's where I was. And that's where they gave you the free transport. Like, it's not even the capital.
very strange.
Geneva feels like one of them trick capital questions.
Oh, yeah, because I would have absolutely thought that Geneva was the capital until I very quickly Googled it just now.
Yeah.
But it's not, it's Bern.
What's the capital of Turkey?
Oh, God, I know this one because it was on Pointless the other day. Because I know what it isn't.
What is it not?
And it begins with an A, and please tell me.
Is it Ankara?
Anarka. Is it Anarka?
It's something like that. It's not Istanbul like everyone seems to think it is.
I
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
say
yeah.
I wanted to say Kabul, but
No, I think it's Anarka. Is it Anarka? And I think you're all right with Ankara. I think I'm just chatting shit.
I think it is Ankara. But
Mm.
everyone
But yeah,
seems to think
Istanbul.
it's
Yeah.
Istanbul, don't they? Ankara.
Well, what's the capital of Australia?
It is. Oh, what's that word? I was about to say Canterbury, but it's not.
That's not it, no. But it's definitely not Sydney. Like, it's Canberra.
Canberra, that's it.
Canberra.
Mm.
Well, St Albans is a city. It doesn't feel like a city.
It's just because of the cathedral, though, isn't it?
Since 1877, it's been a city.
Huh. And then you've got garden cities,
Again, they just don't feel like cities, do they?
like Letchworth Garden City.
Is the original Garden City.
It is, and also home of the UK's first roundabout.
Is it actually a
Yes.
city?
Yeah, it's a garden
Yes.
city, like Welling Garden City.
I don't think it's a city.
It's a garden city. It's Letchworth Garden City.
It's not listed as a city.
Because it's a garden city.
You can't just put city in the name of something and it
I
be a
mean,
city.
look, Ben, there are a lot of companies that put them in kind of brackets.
Well, now I need to know the difference between a city and a garden city because I feel like my idiot status is confirmed.
There's words, but I don't understand what they mean.
No, I've done the same thing and I can't
Lewis
work it out.
Lewis Mumford, one of Howard's disciples, explains the difference as the garden city, as Howard defined it, is not a suburb, but the antithesis of a suburb, not a rural retreat, but a more integrated foundation of
That
effective urban life.
that's what I read, and it reads like the person typing it was having a stroke. Apparently, garden cities are the best of town and country combined, and could be part of the answer to the housing crisis.
Oh.
I mean, I highly doubt it, because looking at the houses in Letchworth, I don't think any of them are particularly affordable.
Weren't garden cities built after the war?
I think so, but that can't be the case, because Letchworth was founded in 1902, I think.
Maybe it was Welling Garden City I'm thinking of.
This went in a weird direction.
It seems to do that.
But this time it wasn't.
Piss.
What's on your mind, Ben?
Bringing it back to piss. I was curious what piss politics actually means.
Aaron went onto a thing of saying this day and age, and I thought he was going to say women with dicks can piss how they want to piss. And it sounded like it was degenerating into piss politics.
No, I was going to say that in this day and age, I can't assume whether Katie does or does not have
That sounds like what I said with more steps.
a penis. A penis.
I totally
There we
got
go.
what you were trying to say, but I was just trying to see if piss politics was an actual thing.
I mean, don't Google it.
Well, I did. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm going down a rabbit hole. It's I'll tell you what. It's all work and no play at the moment.
I mean,
I
yeah,
wish.
we're not doing too bad in life, I suppose. We're still alive.
As someone that is not all work and no play at the minute, who is job hunting, every single bastarding job going at the minute is like battle royale. I could think of 3 interviews off the top of my head where I've basically had to fight to the death for one job. Like the current job that I'm interviewing for, that I've managed to get a second interview for, has had over 400 applicants for one position.
Wow.
Jeez.
Just finished up where I was working, and currently.
Oh, is that done now?
My part in it is done. The job's still running on for another 3 weeks, but I'm no longer required as additional labour. So it's a bit of a weird one, because I'm looking around and there's plenty of work, but the people that are offering me work don't want to pay the money that's required for me to work.
Oh, that's horrible.
Tagged you in a status. Did anything come of that?
Yeah, guess where the job is?
Is it at the place where you've just been working?
No.
No. Okay.
Think far away.
Think far away. Are we talking up north, down
South.
south? South London.
Cornwall.
Cornwall. Okay.
Why are you emphasising corn so hard?
For a week.
Oh, God.
So what's that? A 6-hour drive for a week's work?
That's an authorised holiday, is what that is.
Wow.
That's a COVID-safe holiday.
I've been offered work in Doncaster.
I wouldn't take that based on it just being in Doncaster.
But the thing is, that's the best money I can get right now. That's really good money, but it's Doncaster. Now, anyone who's from Doncaster, fuck you.
Sorry. Oh, we went in 2 different directions, huh?
Well, Well, okay, we should probably have some affinity with them, because we've probably been voted on the same list of shit places to live, so...
Oh, absolutely.
It probably wouldn't feel too far from home.
The internet has joined forces to hate Milton Keynes.
Heard. I can't remember specifically, but I have heard quite a few people gunning for Milton Keynes.
On social media, people have just been dogging on Milton Keynes and just chatting shit about it for no reason other than fuck Milton Keynes. That's literally it. I don't know why they hate it. I mean, I know why I hate it, but stupid grid. Stupid grid city.
I mean, it is one of the easier cities to navigate in a car. I'm not going to lie. I do like it.
Really not.
I disagree, Aaron. I disagree. It is a grid that every turn looks the exact same.
I'm going to flex here. Me and Ben, our opinions are valid. Are you currently a driver, Katie?
I will be in like a month, but I have plenty of experience as a passenger, and I would like to pose the question, Aaron. How many BP garages are in the centre of Milton Keynes?
I mean, quite a few.
Or is it just one that you keep
Oh,
passing?
that's oh
You'll
shit.
never know, because every road seems to have one, or you're just going down the same goddamn road all the time.
There's definitely two, because there's always one on the opposite side of when you need it.
No.
Or you
That
just,
BP garage.
yeah.
There's a BP garage, and I think the one opposite it is a Texaco.
Yeah.
Or is it a mirage? Nothing in Milton Keynes is real. It's made up. It's a
It
myth.
might just be a giant mirror on the side of the road.
And like,
They could just be fucking with us.
We
I
had a friend who lived in Milton Keynes, or one of them weird suburbs that doesn't seem to be connected to anything other than a network of roads.
yeah, it was a new build next to some Roman ruins.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
So whenever I went to go and visit them, it was just a fucking. I always get lost. I'd always go the wrong way, end up somewhere random, then have to get the sat nav out, and then I wouldn't have a fucking clue where I was,
And then that same person moved to like the outskirts of Milton Keynes,
which was easier
and
to find.
yeah, but it still felt like trying to get out of Milton Keynes was some kind of like survivalist game, because you didn't know which turning to take because it's all just one big grid made out of straight roads and roundabouts. It's I hate it.
Wait, do I know this mutual friend?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Barbecue friend.
Barbecue friend. Oh, female friends.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
Why does the
I'm with you.
gender matter?
yeah,
Um,
Aaron.
well, I was just thinking the other one was from up north originally, and I don't remember him ever being living in Milton Keynes. That's why I was a bit
Oh,
confused.
we have more than one mutual friend, Aaron.
But you narrowed it down by saying barbecue friends, and I knew exactly which particular friends you were talking about. Trying to make me sound like a friggin' idiot.
I didn't try very hard.
Shut up!
You do
Put
a
your
good job of it
penis
yourself.
back in its holster, okay, Katie.
Everything's dick jokes with you, Aaron.
They just rise to the occasion, okay? Anyway, moving on.
Why?
That was unfair. I was taking a sip of water. Oh my god.
That's what she said.
Woo-hoo.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's the last office joke I'm going to be making throughout these podcasts, okay?
That's a lie.
Mhm.
Okay.
What are your plans for this upcoming bank holiday?
Fight Club orgy.
Oh, Fight Club orgy. Fight Club
Mm.
orgy. First rule of Fight Club orgy, Katie. You don't talk about Fight Club orgy.
It's been too long. The need has grown. The
Oh, well,
rules are moot.
Is it really an
I
orgy
suppose.
if there's only 6 people? Is 6 enough?
No.
It, it,
uh,
I guess you could have two socially distanced groups of
it
six.
feels more like a gangbang.
Mm.
Is there actual numbered terms for these? Obviously,
I mean,
you get to a foursome, and that's fine. And
You're going to make my Google search history real interesting for my FBI
can
agents.
you literally imagine what mine must look like? This is the shit I think about all the time.
like, the thing is, I've seen some of the fucking memes that you post as well, and either you get them yourself firsthand or from your friendship groups or
Oh
group chats.
god, the old memes. Oh,
Old,
yeah.
old memes.
Do you remember the old days of the group chat?
When I was going, I was testing the waters. I wanted to see what what you guys were made out of.
Mm.
When you'd send me these horrific memes, and then the mutual Milton Keynes friend would get like, "You're such a good friend" memes, and like you would definitely play into the room. But my god, the things I saw. You ever partaken in an orgy, Aaron?
No, no.
All right.
It's
Apparently, 12 is the number being floated around.
oh,
A dozen.
That's a whole
I,
lot of people.
I mean,
On Wikipedia, it's saying it has to be 5 or more.
I currently don't tolerate the existence of 12 people in my life, let alone in that setting.
Okay, so what is the definition of a gangbang then? Is it just one female to a lot of men, or just a couple of an odd ratio of
I would
males to females,
I would
or
say, thinking about it now, an orgy is a bit of a free for all with everyone
Yeah.
freely engaging, whilst a gangbang I think is more one person as the central point.
yeah,
Yes. Clues in the name,
regimented,
really. Yeah.
Okay,
come and go.
I'm just spelling it out.
Aaron.
What?
Fucking hell.
I'm what?
It's like vulgarity met dad jokes.
So here's something I was discussing at work with someone. So you must have seen these questions before, like. So this is going to be a bit moot for you, Katie. But Aaron, how much money would it cost
Wait,
you to
what?
suck a dick?
Oh, okay.
Oh, um,
Now
oh.
be totally honest, yeah, because a lot of people will be like, "Nah, I wouldn't ever do it," and I'm like, "But if there's £1 million in front of you in cash, non-traceable, you could just have it. You just got to suck a dick. Would you? Would you suck a dick?
I realise it's moot for me, but I did it for McDonald's once.
You sucked a dick
Okay, so we've
for
got Katie's price.
okay.
We were getting them
It's,
at McDonald's anyway. It added up.
What kind of McDonald's?
I got mozzarella dipper share box to myself.
I mean, so that's what, 4.99?
We were getting them at McDonald's anyway. It just turned out to. Yeah, shut up. How much money, Aaron? What's your price?
I suppose it's one of those ones where we sort of start at the top of them, work
200,000.
backwards.
Would you do it for £200,000?
Um,
That could buy your
yeah,
house.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%, 100%,
Yeah.
100%.
150. Okay.
You can still get a flat.
Yeah, yeah, go on then.
100k.
Yeah, I suppose that's still quite a life-changing amount of money. Yeah, go for it.
50k.
See, now this is where it's probably getting a bit questionable. Um,
Say he's got a nice dick.
I mean, is like, hold on, what are the other variables are we talking about here?
There
Is it a
isn't. You
case of,
suck the dick.
yeah, but is it a case of will people know?
If you tell them.
I suppose, yeah. I suppose if I'd turned up with £50,000,
You have
um,
the same. You run the same risk of if you do anything with anyone. People might know. They might tell their friends. Who knows? You take the risk.
You've obviously not fallen into my pitfall, because the bloke I was talking to at work about this, I think he was like 40, 50k, and I said, okay,
mm.
but it's your dad's dick. What now?
Do you know what? This reminds me, Ben. You owe me a tenner from like 5 years ago.
What?
This isn't dick related. Do you remember when you bet me a tenner to eat that daffodil? And I did it.
Why would you put yourself out like that on a podcast?
I mean, come on, well, Ben. We've just heard that she's done,
Well, this is what I mean. It costs more.
a lot more for a lot less.
This is what I'm
So,
saying. She will eat a daffodil for a tenner, but she'll suck a dick for £4.99.
Okay, both the dick and the McDonald's were happening regardless. They just seemed like they were too close to each other to not have been a trade.
I mean, Ben, if you just get her a share box of fucking, what was it,
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella dippers.
mozzarella dippers, I'm sure she'll be happy.
Do you know what? The daffodil wasn't bad.
I think we were talking
I'm
about
sure.
dandelion and burdock at the time. The drink.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because you said how much would you like take to eat a dandelion? And I was like, well, there isn't a fucking dandelion right here. And we were having like nachos at this bar, and he was like, well, there's a daffodil in the vase. I was like, all right, bet.
I was expecting it to be quite high, but as usual, Katie surprises me.
Oh, tenner.
As you can see, I do these questions all the time.
How much would it take for you to eat a daffodil?
Me?
Just like bite the head off and eat it. Yeah.
Actually swallow? 40 quid.
That was quick.
Oh, see, mine was lower, 20 quid.
I mean, I'd bite the head out and spit it out for a fiver. But...
Story of your life, innit?
So then, my
Oh.
other question to this person, this chippy who was in the same room as me, was so again, you're gonna have to flip the gender roles for yourself, Katie. So
Yep.
there's
I mean, I feel like it's still going to be moot, but continue.
okay. So your partner switches head with the same gender of your parent. So Aaron,
Oh, I love this
your
one.
girlfriend, her brain is It's like a Freaky Friday with your mum's brain. Now, the only way to switch them back is you have to have sex with one of them. So, do you have sex with your girlfriend, but it's your mum's thoughts and brains of memories, or vice versa? Do you have sex with your mum's body, but it's your girlfriend's thoughts, brains, and
So you're either fucking your mum and your girlfriend's body, or your girlfriend and your mum's body. So like you could be physically shagging your mother's appearance, like her being, but she'd not know about it because her consciousness is in your girlfriend. Or you fuck your girlfriend's like physique, but your mum's
Oh,
in there going, no.
oh no. That's no. I'm not going to answer. I
I
have
feel like you have
rights.
to. Is there mitigating circumstances? Like, I realise it's morally questionable, but in this instance, I feel like morals are out the window anyway. Can I like knock them out? Yeah, bang the boyfriend.
fair?
Oh, yeah. I suppose that's
So,
one way of
my
doing it.
my other way of going with it was you shag your parents' body with your girlfriend's brain because you just couldn't ever look at your mum again.
Yeah, you're the only one that gets fucked up from
Yeah,
it. They don't know anything else, so you just have to deal with the trauma. I'd rather put the trauma on myself. Yeah,
and your partner rather than your parent.
I'd rather put the trauma on myself than the parent.
Well, you could just leave them that way, like Aaron's
Is
doing.
yeah,
I hope when you
is
see your girlfriend now, you're going to think of your mum.
Ben.
every single time, every single time, every single time now.
Oh no.
The,
You think about that. This got weirder
the
somehow.
seeds have been sown.
Oh, literally. Oh. What if you impregnated one of them?
Oh Lord, really?
It'd be a struggle.
That's a
It
factor.
would be a struggle. What about you, Kate? What happens if you were impregnated by your dad's imagination? Imagination? Oh,
Imagination.
That would be an immaculate conception, no? Something imaginary conceiving. Oh, God. Abortion.
well, I had it
Hands down.
in my brain. It was just a big red button labeled abortion.
Yeah, abortion. Yeah. No question about it. This podcast turned weird, but yeah, hands down.
Jeez, yeah, that did get very, very weird. Very, very.
It just kind of went into a game of would you rather, which I'm here for. It goes back to the age-old, slightly less disgusting would you rather question of would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
One horse-sized duck.
Yeah, always the big duck. Aaron,
Where's the big duck?
big duck. Yeah,
What? So one horse-sized duck,
yeah. Or 100
or
duck-sized horses. 100 tiny horses, one big duck. Who you fighting?
I think I could still take the 100 little horses, but I still think it would be much cooler to have a horse-sized duck.
Ducks are still kind of big. We're talking like an average mallard.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking like if you could tame this horse-sized duck, you've
Hmm.
basically got Pegasus.
True. Yeah. I just think you could like run up because like ducks are, in GTA when you've got the ramp in front of the car and you're like, don't do it, don't do it, drive up it, and then you see it in public and you're like, no, I can't drive up this truck bed. That's how ducks are built. They've got like the tail going up to the head from the floor, so you could just fucking like Naruto run up the back of this duck and just punch it in the back of the head, right?
I see what you're trying to do, trying to bring us back to some normality. Do you know about a duck's penis?
The corkscrew.
Now imagine that's
Yeah.
now horse-sized.
is
I
this
mean,
like about the same thing about how
are you worried that
a
you're going to
pig's
get fucked
tail
by a
is?
giant corkscrew duck dick?
Dick duck.
God, I just auto-corrected in my brain.
What was you saying, Aaron? You're worried about a horse-sized dick duck?
No. I was saying about how pigs' penises are also curly like their tails.
Yeah.
And don't they orgasm for like half an hour at a time?
I mean, that is the dream,
I
right
don't
there,
know. How
Kate.
long do you orgasm, Kay?
It's a very intense line of questioning.
You're a pig, ain't you?
Wow.
I thought you'd get it straight off the bat.
I missed that.
she's speechless.
I don't know why a pig's one is, but I know the duck's one is to do with the female because she has like hidden uteruses that are false. It's like
Yeah, like it's the same shape but in reverse.
it's like a maze, a vaginal maze.
All I see is like this duck entering the female duck, but like above water, below water, above water, below water, just like spinning. And I know that's not how it happens, but it's how I'd like to think it happens.
You should definitely search up what it looks like.
Have you searched up weird animal penises before? Because I know I have.
Yes.
And have you seen the echidna? I think it's Knuckles. It's either Knuckles or Tails. I can't remember from Sonic. But he's an echidna. He's meant to be in real life. And echidnas have like this giant fucking like tree stump penis, but it's got 4 heads on it.
Wow.
Wait, what?
And yeah, it's got 4 heads on it, and they ejaculate from opposite like diagonal heads each time, so it changes each time. So they only like ejaculate from 2, but they're diagonal opposites, and it looks like a weird like claw machine type situation. It's strange.
Right.
It's the weirdest animal. I saw someone on YouTube like arousing one once to show the audience, and he just like rubbed his fist into his belly, and it just like pronged out. It was fucking horrible.
I've got to say, I did not even realise this animal existed. This is literally Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, literally. Like Google the penis bit.
I haven't got there yet.
I mean, it's a fun rabbit hole.
The 9 weirdest penises in the animal kingdom.
I bet that's BuzzFeed.
No, it's the Smithsonian.
Smithsonian.
Yeah, that's the word. No, I do not want notifications. Go away.
But why?
Dolphins, apparently.
Oh yeah, they've got like a really weird S-shaped one, so it's like really thick at the base, and then it curves up in like an S shape.
It's the same reason.
It's like a fin, a wiggly fin, but it comes out of what looks like a vagina, and it's really weird.
It's the same reason that the ducks, they got labyrinth fannies.
Do you remember like shock websites in the early 2000s?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one with a dolphin, and that's the first time that I regrettably saw dolphin dick. Could have lived my whole life without that. Have you seen that video where the dolphin is in a tank in a zoo, and he just like gets off on a decapitated fish that he was fed? Like he was meant to be eating it, but he decided to just fuck it instead.
No.
He just it was on like Twitter or something. He just bangs this headless fish. There's also one with like a monkey and a frog.
Okay.
I've seen the monkey with the hand.
Oh god, with the balls, like the ball grabbing monkey.
No, someone's like got their hand up against the monkey, and the monkey's just dipping his penis in his hand.
Oh no. There's one where like the monkey just keeps grabbing this guy's balls and pulling them. That's funny. My humour is broken.
I've seen the one when the monkey like pees into his mouth.
Into another monkey's mouth, or
No, his own mouth. His own mouth.
oh, that's impressive.
If we just cut out this middle bit here, we're definitely getting the FBI on us.
Oh god,
People
yeah.
would think we're normal, functioning members of society.
I forgot that we were recording right now. Full disclosure, I was just talking about dolphin dick.
Dolphin dick.
Great extent.
They know what they're getting themselves into.
They do. They probably didn't. We seemed quite normal in the first one. No, we didn't. We talked about orgies. Oh well.
What are the rules of an orgy?
No non-consensual masturbation.
Whoa.
It's like
plenty of
it's general
orgy.
rules, like yeah, but
Plenty of
if you think of
masturbation.
like
You just got to be polite and ask if you could,
I definitely said that's. You said the exact same thing I said. I said no non-consensual masturbation. It's like the first rule of sex clubs. You're not allowed to just stand in the corner and like bash one out watching someone without going, "Can I do this first?"
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they've got a kink for it.
No, because it's non-consensual.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't listening to the way you worded it.
That's called consensual, non-consensual, because you have to ask consent before you do it.
See, Ben's got my back there. He knew what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's like the first rule of orgies. Don't be weird and bash one out in the corner without asking first.
Guys, I'm just going to stand here, all right? Awesome.
I literally zoned out completely there and just wondering what the fuck you were talking about. I was literally looking around going, what? Why is he standing? So, like and subscribe. Press that bell.
Don't forget to press that bell notification.
Hit us up on all the socials. What are our socials, Aaron?
Quarterlife Quandary. Quarterlife Quandary. Hold on. No, Quarterlife Quandary. Quandary?
Quarterlife Qatar. Qatar Life Quandary.
Qatar.
Aaron, what social medias are we on?
We are on all the major social media outlets.
Which are?
Instagram. We are on, YouTube. We have got Facebook. We got a LinkedIn, Ben. Let's get a LinkedIn. We're a business now. Let's get them all up and running.
This is not a business.
You missed TikTok.
This is not a business.
Oh, TikTok. We're on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.